Hey, what is up everybody? Welcome. Today I will be answering a few questions that I had asked you guys to ask me on Instagram a few days ago. I'm in my car, I'm in my passenger seat. I tried to set it up on the dash, but it didn't work. So without further ado, sit back and relax. Oika Akio asks, thoughts on the new car? I really love this car. I've been driving it for the past couple of days and obviously, tanking. That's one of the things as a new driver. It's so exciting owning a first car, but honestly, I love the car. Is there anything negative I could say? Honestly, thus so far, there's nothing negative I can really say. Performance-wise, I'm very pleased with it. It's fast. I've done it in sport mode a couple of times, and I gotta say, you put it in sports mode, it is insane. It has flippers. I really like the car. The suspension is great. It's also been lowered like 2-3 centimeters than a usual Mazda CX-3, and the quality of this car, man, it's something that I would expect in a Mercedes, but you gotta be not fooled because Mazda has really improved their quality throughout the years, and this car has only been made in 2015, but this is a 2017 model, which is really nice. Mario Velo just basically says, nothing to ask, I want to congratulate you for your new car. What a car, man, you deserve it. Thanks, my guy, appreciate that. SimZeet.26 asks, what year is the car? This car was first introduced in 2015, but this one itself is a 2017 model. Interesting enough, it's actually imported from Germany, so it is a German model, believe it or not. That's why it's got all these very exclusive options on board and off board. Adrian73 asks, is it the same one you got reserved or is this a different one? This is actually a different one. Now, the story behind it, as I mentioned in the previous video last week, I had called up the dealer and said, listen, hey, I got the car reserved for Wednesday, but I just had picked up my license on the Friday afternoon. And I asked him, hey, is it cool if we can maybe transfer it from Wednesday to a Saturday? And then he said, which car? The Mazda CX-3 that I had an appointment for. Oh yeah, no, we sold it. So then I was like, are you for real? Like, my guy. I was very disappointed. So then it was like, he said then, if the financing doesn't go through, we'll call you back. And I was like, okay, thank you. And I blocked him afterwards because in my opinion, I'm not doing no business with a car business that does shit like that. What's the car's horsepower? 151 horsepower. Now, I did find out an hour or two ago that this car is eligible for tuning, but only like 20 or 25 horsepower. And to be honest, I find it fast enough already. And I don't really think it's worth the money to tune it for 15, 20 horsepower. That's my humble opinion. I've also looked at pop bangs, but honestly, it already has pop bangs. This is an aftermarket exhaust, but it is one of the most expensive one. Not Akrapovic, but it's another German branded name, and I gotta say, the sound on this thing is crazy. Emmanuel08_Ita asks, you are happy for the new car? Yes, I'm very happy. And actually, surprisingly as this may sound, I actually think I'm better off buying this car than the previous one. And what I mean with that is the one that I had arranged with the dealer. But I love this car more. It makes a nice sound. When you start it in a chord, it kind of sounds like a Golf GTI, it's nasty. And by the way, do not ever rev your car with a quad engine, it's really bad. And for those wondering, it is a 2-liter 4-cylinder, 151 horsepower. The standard GTMs come with 120, 110 horsepower, but this one, I don't know if this was an option that the previous owner had put on, but this one is fast. It doesn't think. You give it a kick down, it goes. But I'm obviously not trying to destroy my transmission. I want to be as good as possible with this car, and my goal is to drive at least minimum 5 years with this car because I love it. I really love it. And obviously I showed you guys in the previous video that I showed you a whole interior and exterior tour, and it is still shocking to me how I was able to get this car. And obviously I would not have been able to afford this without you watching and supporting my videos, so can't forget a massive thanks to that. And this is also, I gotta say in honest, this is one of the few things in my life that I'm actually enjoying at the moment. I know a car is a liability, obviously it will cost you money, but it gives you from A to Z. And this car so far, really nothing bad I can say. Only thing, it has a touchscreen, but it also has a regular button. That's the only thing. Some cars, some models, certain brands, they have a touchscreen only, so it gets dirty in that, but just wipe it, honestly. 040.Chris asks, what is my dream job? My dream job used to actually be, I wanted to become a professional footballer, but the older you get, the more you start to understand it's very unrealistic. Only one of a million kids really become a potential footballer, and then it's not just becoming one, it's maintaining a career, which is so difficult. My dream business has always been working for myself. I used to want to be a real estate agent, but I found out you don't really have to become a real estate agent to be able to have to invest in property. As long as you've got the finances, the money for it, you can invest in property as you want. That's what I did last year. That's what I did with my tiny house. I bought it as a place to live in, but also as a future investment, because I knew at that time when I bought the tiny house that it would go up in value, because the market crash just happened a few weeks after I bought my place. All the houses started to go up in value, and that's when I thought, damn, I bought it just on time. Mason B05 asks, are you ever going to come back to America? If so, what part? I don't know. I would love to go to America, but if I'd go to America, I would have to wait until I'm 25 because I would want to drive a car there. Because apparently that's the rules in America. You have to be 25 to be able to hire a car there, which I think is kind of odd because as an American, you can drive a car when you're 16, 15, but as a foreigner, you have to be 25. I don't make the rules. I have nothing against it. It's just like, it's a bit odd. That's the only really thing. What do you think of the UK? Kieran the rapper, 21. I've been to the UK a few times. I have not been in like 5, 6 years. I like the houses, like don't get it wrong, but I don't like the people. Like with all due respect, in my opinion, English people, I know some of you watching this, but I think some of you can also agree, English people I've noticed throughout the years are not the nicest or politest. They always, in my opinion, at least my experiences, they've been, I don't know, hateful a little bit, like jealousy and animosity. You know what I mean? Like they don't, just like the Dutch. You know, it's a me culture. Like they don't like it when someone else has something that they don't have, or this and this and that. But overall, the food's great. The fish and chips are amazing. The baked beans. I've never actually had a real traditional English breakfast, so I gotta go obviously do that eventually one day. But yeah, it's not bad. I wouldn't want to live there personally because the streets are so narrow, but the landscaping, I think, is actually more gorgeous than the Netherlands. Obviously, the UK is way bigger than the Netherlands. The Netherlands, like Zeeland, for example, where I'm at right now, is beautiful. I'm actually at the water at a very secluded road. I mean, this is so quiet. I haven't seen a car drive, and I've been here for 20 minutes so far. Martins Leonard asked again, are you going to live for the rest of your life in that tiny house, or are you going to ever move? I sold my tiny house, but I do have plans in the potential future to buy a house in a foreign country, because the thing is, a house in the Netherlands, if you want a big nice house, it's going to cost you $500,000 if you want at least separated from neighbors. But in like a foreign country, a house like that will cost maybe 200,000. You got a mansion. But I also have to think of living costs, you know, what it's going to be like that, insurance, health-wise, because yeah, it isn't really cheap, the Netherlands. But then yet again, look how good our roads are, look how good our health is, look how good our insurance and our structure is. The Netherlands is a costly place, like, you know, it definitely is. But look at what you get. Look at what I'm able to drive on. I'm able to drive on roads that are brand new. Ex Ruben Narita asks, would you go back with your ex? Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know. Like I said, I can't say yes or no. You don't know what the future holds up. But like, if I gotta be realistic, probably not, because she lives far away. It's a thing in the past. And also, I want somebody that lives close to me, you know. I'm not going to drive every week or every 2 weeks, 2.5 hours to see my girlfriend. I just don't have it over for that, you know. It's time and money and fuel that I'd rather save, with all due respect. An hour driving, no problem, but 2.5 hours, it's quite far, you know. Now y'all missing tier. How many bitches can fit in the car? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But why you gotta call them bitches though? I don't get that. How many miles are on it? I don't know how many miles, but in kilometers, about 86,000, which is, dude, it is honestly so low. I'm surprised. I think the previous owner who bought this car was somebody who only took it out for a spin once in a blue moon, you know what I mean? Wow. Okay, this is an ass move. How old were you when you realized Man United is never going to win the Champions League? When I started supporting them 10 years ago. Like, United lately have been doing really, really good, but I don't think they'll really ever win the Champions League unless they've got like a go-to team like we had 10 years ago under Sir Alex Ferguson. I mean, that was something. Do you have a perm? It's not like in America. When you get your license here in the Netherlands, you've got it. You don't need anyone to be next to you. I can drive it anywhere and everywhere I want to. So I don't have a permit, but I guess so. Like, I'm allowed to drive wherever I want to with nobody next to me. Benedict Istfanfi, what is your opinion on no porn? Do you think porn is bad? I have not watched it in a few days, and honestly, each to their own. It is a mental thing that I feel like a lot of people don't open up honest about. I've made videos about it, my addiction of porn, and it is a serious thing, you know. Some people don't understand, but when you're lonely, you sit inside the whole day, and your lust is basically beating your meat because you can't talk to no women or don't want to because you're not socially open, you don't go out. Then it can be a big problem. Just like people drinking and smoking, you know. What's the difference with somebody beating their meat or, you know, beating their coochie? It's a real serious topic, and I feel like people should be more honest and open about it, you know. In my case, I'm open about it. I don't mind speaking about, you know, I have an addiction. Am I still addicted to it? I want to say no, because yeah, I still watch it once in a while. And the reason why I sometimes beat my meat is because sometimes it's relieving. When you just crack a nut as a male, if you know what I mean, it's relaxing. Sometimes when you're stressed, cracking a nut just works sometimes. And sometimes, in some cases, when you don't, it hurts your balls. It's called blue balls. But when you don't bust your nut for a long time, it's gonna hurt. So you gotta make sure that your sperm production is also healthy and stable, and you don't get any like diseases. What is your favorite thing about your car? Exterior wise, has to be the color. interior wise has to be, I mean, everything. Like I said, I can't suggest anything bad about this car. I have not been able to find anything bad about this car, because the truth is, if this was a car that was not good or not worth it, I wouldn't have bought it, simply like that. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for the great questions, and I will see you guys next time. I cannot wait for the content with this car. Man, I am so excited. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, and hey, peace out. Have a great day. Peace out. Oh, and by the way, I've had people ask me, you know, I'm driving off screen, what is the best thing to do? Remain and stay calm and treat it like a driving lessons, but also think about it like, you pass, you got it. I got it in the first time. My car theory I did in 5 times, but practical I did in first go. It was the easiest shit ever. So see you later.